Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, Baddison Intuitive Tarot. Hope you are doing amazing. In today's reading, I'm taking a look into your romantic love life for the week of May 2025. I'm going to pull my usual 8-card spread, see who pops up in your reading today with romantic interest in you. Whether it's someone brand new, hello, or someone that you already know, I will definitely do my best to see who's all around you this week, what role they may be playing in your life, how they truly feel, what their true intentions are. Just keep an open mind, Leo, that I do get very nosy and I don't hold back and I don't sugarcoat. So only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The King of Cups wanted to pop out. Some of you guys could be dealing with someone with strong water placements, but if not, no worries. The King of Cups showing up is telling me that someone is really needing to lead in with their emotions this week and listen to what their heart is wanting to say to them, whether this is you or your person that you may be connecting to. This is the energy of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We'll see if that card comes back out. These are brand new cards I've added to our reading today, and a new little portion at the end along with the hidden message. I'm excited to use these. This is called, what is blocking you right now in your love life. I'll pull that at the end. All right, who's heading towards Leo this week in love? What can Leo expect? What is Leo's romantic forecast for the week ahead? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my lovely Leos. All right, so the person heading towards you this week, how do they feel about you deep down? We have the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords as feelings, that tells me that someone's feeling very curious about you this week. Doesn't mean that this is someone brand new or anything like that. It's just they're telling me that they feel very curious about you this week and they're keeping a close eye on you. They're kind of looking at you, your social media, or asking you nosy questions this week. So if this is someone that you're in daily communication with, Leo, they're asking you a bunch of questions. They're like, hey, what you eat today? What'd you do today? Who did you talk to last night? It's like they're being very curious. What's their intentions with you? The Wheel of Fortune. Now, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up as intentions, that's significant. That's the intent to see a big change happen. That's the intent to reach a turning point. That's the intent to see, something happen, okay? Whether it's taking your relationship to a different level. This person's seeking you out around this time frame to see what's going on with you, to see if this is happening or not. All right, the Wheel of Fortune comes in when there are divine timing involved, where maybe the path that you've been on currently is no longer the path that you're needing to be on anymore, and now it's time to change directions, to change route, so that way you can continue growing and evolving and not staying stuck. So this person may be acknowledging that they feel kind of stuck right now with this relationship, and they're keeping an eye on you, peeking in on you to see if you guys are going to start moving forward in the way that they're hoping you guys move forward. Like if you guys have been in the talking stage for about 3 weeks, this person's like, hey, Leo, hi, are we going to be together? Are we going to be more exclusive together? Or this is someone that you've been dating for about a year or so. This person's like peeking around being like, hey, Leo, are we going to talk about marriage or move in with each other? What's happening here? It's kind of the vibe I'm getting off of these 2 cards. Let's take a look at their behavior towards you this week. The Page of Cups. This person's trying to step towards you with their heart open, but they're taking little baby steps. They're trying to dip their toe in the water to see what temperature you have, around you, to see if they can go a little bit deeper. Remember how we saw, oh, that sounded gross. Remember how we saw that King of Cups earlier? The King of Cups showed up telling me that someone's got deep emotions or needing to really pay attention to what their heart was trying to tell them. The Page of Cups is a baby version of that, right? Perhaps indicating that someone's coming towards you with Page of Cups feelings, but deep down they've got King of Cups feelings, but wanting to see if you feel the same way. Wanting to make sure that you are falling in love just as quickly as they are, or you're wanting to be with them just as much as they want to be with you. So they're like dipping their feet in the water to see how you respond to it. So they might be sending you a text saying things like, hey, it's been a great time, I really like you, in the hopes that you're going to be like, yeah, I like you too, you want to be together, or you want to talk about moving in together. It's like trying to create a segue into you sharing more about your feelings. Maybe they're nervous to share theirs first in the way that they want to. With the repeated pages being here, I am feeling like this is a new person in your life, Leo, where maybe you guys have been dating for a couple of months and this person's like, come on, You know, let's level up. Because the Wheel of Fortune talks about feeling lucky. The Wheel of Fortune feels like when everything's working in your favor now, where you feel like you're around the right people, you are connecting with people that you feel like are meant to be people that you build with on the long term, and you don't want to squander it. You don't want to see it be wasted. How does Leo feel about this person? The Queen of Wands, that's you. That's your court card. With the Queen of Wands being how you feel about this person, you feel very passionate about them. You're very attracted to this person. You feel like yourself when you're around them, because with you showing up as your court card, regardless of your gender, with you coming up as your court card, as your feelings, tells me that you feel like you can be yourself around this person, and that's good for a Leo. Leo needs to be able to express themselves. You've ruled the 5th house. The 5th house is about creative expression. If you can't be your silly Leo self around someone, then they don't belong in your life. Leos are truly happy with a partner that allows them to, you know, still be 32 years old eating cereal on a Sunday morning with their kids. You know, Leos need to be able to cut loose and be playful, because you are that inner child. You represent that inner child that a lot of us need to feed. For some of you, there could be an age difference, whether you're a little bit older or they're a little bit older, it doesn't matter. But I am seeing some sort of age difference. But if there is no age difference, someone is needing to step up a little bit and match your maturity levels when it comes to this relationship and show up as that king. That king we saw during the pre-shuffle, this person needs to show up as that king. So cross-watcher, if you really want to make things work with Leo, show up as that king. Show up as that king. You don't need to show up as that page. Leo needs you to be confident, because Leo is attracted to confident people. But Leo is really attracted to you. So you're doing something right, cross-watcher. But back to Leo. What could be the blockage here for Leo this week? The Chariot. Now the Chariot comes up in the blockage when someone is not trusting that the path that they're on. You know, it's that person that's driving around in circles in their town, you know, not sure of which direction to take, but not wanting to stay idle, not wanting to stay stuck, even though driving around in circles is actually worse than just taking a second and parking to the side and looking at your GPS, aka looking within, your internal GPS. And be like, all right, which direction do I go here? So some of you Leos, you may be dealing with other things rather than just love this week. You may be trying to figure out the direction to take your career, whether you work for yourself or you work for others, or you're trying to understand the direction you need to take in regards to your family. If you got kids, things like that. You got a lot waiting on you right now, and you don't want to choose the wrong direction. You don't want to miss your exit. Okay, and this is water energy. So I feel like it is affecting your emotions. And if this is also related to your person, it feels like this person may be feeling like they're forcing something with you, if this is someone new. Like sometimes the Chariot in the challenge position can be the energy of forcing something to move forward when it's not meant to, maybe. Kind of like, I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again until the cows come home. The Chariot in reverse to me is the equivalent of driving on a highway with your emergency brake on your vehicle. Yes, the vehicle can move, but you're doing more internal damage by forcing it to go when it's not wanting to go, when it's wanting to stop. So someone here maybe needs to pull over and check in that internal, guidance and ask themselves, why am I feeling uncomfortable showing up as a king versus a page? Or if that's applying to you. What is Leo's potential weekly outcome? This is new card. Hold on for a second. Oh, Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles as your weekly outcome shows me you gaining support from another. You guys working together to create some sort of balance in a situation. The Two of Pentacles is a mutual agreement, a mutual understanding of something. And since it's earthy energy, it talks about the 3D world. All right, you and another person are coming to an agreement on how you guys show up for each other in the 3D realm. Yes, you have feelings for each other. Yes, there's attraction. But in order to actually make that work, it has to match the 3D lifestyle too. Like you can have love for someone, but still not have a relationship. Loving someone while they're with another person, or loving someone that lives far away, or loving someone who won't commit. Unless you have that 3D relationship, you're just loving someone at a distance. The Two of Pentacles is saying, all right, let's get our love in writing and showing it to the outside world we're together, if this is someone new. If this is someone that you're already married to, you and this person are just trying to find ways to work together as a team, so that way you guys can figure out where to take your chariot. Maybe some of you guys are planning a trip with your person. You guys don't know where you want to travel. You guys are trying to agree on a hot spot, a travel location, and it's the summer, the kids are whiny, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's a theme I've been getting a lot lately in my personal readings. What's your advice? The Empress. Your advice is to nurture whatever the situation is, because this person's coming in genuine. This person's coming in with a lot of love. Maybe they might need a little bit of guidance from you, which is fine. But the Empress talks about leveling up. It's taking yourself from the Queen to the Empress, regardless of your gender. The Empress shows up when someone possibly may be getting engaged, to be married, or becoming a mother or a father. Remember, my readings are genderless. But the Empress is talking about already having a seed planted, and now you got to grow it. Now you got to grow it. So this could be indicating that you and this person have already put the relationship, you know, somewhere out in the ethers. You already told the universe you both want to be with each other for the long haul, and now you guys have to nurture that seed that's already been planted into the universe. I feel like I confused you guys. What's the overall energy? Ace of Pentacles. There it is. My favorite ace to see in a love reading. The Ace of Pentacles shows up as the overall energy when something could seriously grow. It's not, you know, something that can lose its fire after a week like the Ace of Wands can. It's not something that someone can grow out of at times like the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles comes in when something has a rock solid opportunity to really last a very long time, right? Like if you got the Ace of Wands, that's having sexual attraction for someone, that's having a lot of heat, a lot of passion for each other, but first rainstorm, boom, fire is out, aka a first argument. But when you've got the Ace of Pentacles, that's a rock. That's something that could weather a storm, because people are working together as a team. Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is essentially you with your Ace of Pentacles, your person with their Ace of Pentacles, and you guys combining them and making them create a mutual relationship, a balanced relationship. The number 2 talks about partnerships. Okay. Influencing this is a 6 of Cups. Aw, some of you guys might already have children together. If not, some of you guys may have a past life together. I'm getting someone that either knew someone since childhood, or has children together, or has had a past life together. Actually, with that Wheel of Fortune being there, I do feel like this is a past life soulmate. Because oftentimes the Wheel of Fortune comes in when we have past life karma that we need to clear out in this present life. And with that 6 of Cups getting my attention, that could confirm that you and this person may have had a past life together, maybe many more, where you have leftover karmic debt to pay off in this lifetime. Now, it doesn't have to be bad karmic debt. Karma can be good and bad depending on how you look at it and the situation surrounding it. It's just letting you know that you guys, you know, passed away on a previous lifetime without fulfilling all the lessons that you guys wanted to fulfill together. And in this lifetime, you're like, all right, you ready to take this on again? Are we ready to finish the job? Some people just want to spend more lifetimes with their people. That's what you call a soul family, a soul group, where you really resonate with a certain soul group so much that you just want to carry on from one lifetime to the next, trying out different roles. Me being the wife this time around, being a husband the next time around. Maybe I want to be your child in the next lifetime. Maybe I wanted to be your mother in a previous lifetime. You know, recycling the relationship to understand each other in a deeper level. All right, this one got a little bit on a different path, so let me just trail back to your love reading. I'm really excited to use these. This is for singles and people in relationship to see what's blocking you. So I'm excited to use those. Sometimes when I use a certain deck way too much, I squeeze out all the juice out of that lemon, and I get really bored. So I had to order a whole bunch of different decks to freshen up everything. I don't know if other tarot readers could relate to that. But the more you use a deck over and over again, it stops talking to you. Or it starts repeating itself, and I hate repetitive shit. Alright, clarify the Page of Swords as this person's feelings for Leo. Look at that. This is my favorite Ace of Wands card ever. This is the Mystical Peaks Tarot. I got it off of Etsy. Why the Page of Swords for how this person feels about Leo this week? Ooh, Leo. This person's scared that you're like not interested at all. I was not expecting that. That doesn't even make sense. Unless this person is fresh out of an old relationship, or you are. Someone here is either freshly out of an old relationship and is scared to get hurt again, so it might be why someone's dipping their toe in the water, trying not to get too vulnerable too quick because of something that already happened. Or you and this person may be clearing out some karmic debt and may have had a gnarly fight recently. Okay, hold on. Let me get another card on that. Either way, I got the Justice card, which shows me that, you know, something is working out the way it needs to. Hold on. I need to clarify that. I was not expecting that card at all. It's not matching the vibe that I'm picking up on. Please clarify that. I don't know, this person's scared that you're going to ghost them, and that's like the worst fear that they have. Maybe they're already really in deep with their emotions, but you're over here like, yeah, this person's amazing. Like, you're not giving me anything that tells me that you're about to ghost this person or break up with them. Why is this person feeling this way towards Leo? Yeah, that still doesn't make sense either. The Page of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Two of Cups. This person at the same time is expecting you guys to really have a great time for the summer ahead. I am strongly getting someone here is planning a vacation. I said it earlier with that Chariot, and now I'm getting it again. If you look at this card's art depiction, Leo, it shows someone packing a bag. And then there's a date circled right at the end here. You see on that calendar? So I don't know if it's talking about planning for the end of May or the end of June, but someone feels like they're taking a trip. Because it doesn't look like moving, because it looks like there's sunscreen right here. There's crystals. That kind of looks like Sedona, Arizona. But this person looks like they're planning to do something fun with you. And then I got the Two of Cups. For some of you guys could be planning to move in together. Two of Cups, because it shows me escrow papers and a house or a lease paper. That still doesn't explain that Ten of Swords. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think that does tie into why the King of Cups came out during the pre-shuffle and they're showing up as the Page of Cups. They don't feel comfortable going all in with you just yet because of fear that this is not as serious for you, or that you could just up and leave them any moment. Because with you showing up as the Queen of Wands, that could be intimidating for them. Especially if you are someone that has their own career or runs their own business, is really good looking, takes good care of yourself, has this confidence, you're not clingy, you don't depend on people. That could be intimidating for this person, especially with them coming up repeatedly as a page while you're coming up as a queen. But they have potential to be that King of Cups we saw earlier. They just need to believe in themselves. Maybe they're driving that Chariot into the dumpster because of fear of you not being interested in them. You see how insecurities and fears can really, potentially screw up some things that could be really good? All right, I needed to clarify that. All right, I feel like I understand a little bit more. Let me clarify your feelings. That was just not expected at all. That threw me off. All right, clarify the Queen of Wands for Leo's feelings. You could have Aries strongly in your chart too. Someone could be Moon in Aries. Why the Queen of Wands? Jeez Louise, Leo. The King of Wands now came up. No wonder this person's intimidated. Look at you. We all carry masculine and feminine energy, right? The trick is learning how to balance our feminine side and our masculine side so we can get everything we want in life. And look at how you're showing up today. Look at how you're feeling in regards to this person and yourself. You can't get any better than that, Leo, being a freaking Leo. Some of you guys have more Leo placements than just your sun in Leo. I'm getting like a North Node Leo. I'm getting a Leo, you know, I'm just getting like some strong placements. 5th house Leo, 10th house Leo, rising Leo. This is just a lot of Leo coming in for you. But I am getting that you are driving this vehicle and you look confident in the direction that you're taking. So the more I get into this, I feel like it's a person that might be, you know, driving around in circles, not really sure. You're in this energy of, hey, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's not meant to be. If it does, it's meant to be. That confidence is going to get you far, Leo. 2 of Wands, you're planning something, Leo. You're planning something. The 2 of Wands is you being at a crossroads with a destination you want to take, or a direction you want to take your love life, or a direction you want to take your life in general. And we already have the 3 of Wands for this person, indicating that they want to be a part of that. They're like, hey, don't forget me, I'm packing up. Wait for me. Clarify that Wheel of Fortune as this person's intentions. The Fool and the Hanged Man. Now the Wheel of Fortune, that's fated encounters. That's feeling like someone was put on one's path and is connected to one's destiny. Why the Wheel of Fortune? But it could also feel like, you know, a karmic lesson has been fulfilled. Even though some relationships have more than one karmic lesson to fulfill within a relationship, some people just have one and that's it. Knight of Cups, they feel like, with their intentions being the Wheel of Fortune, now clarified by the Knight of Cups, their intentions is to change how they're showing up romantically. Remember, again, let's go back to the beginning when we saw the King of Cups falling out during the pre-shuffle. That's how someone is currently. How someone is showing up around this time frame is a page. What someone wants to show up as is a knight. So this person's acknowledging that they feel like they need to step it up a little bit. You know, be more affectionate. You know, if this is someone that you're married to, maybe, you know, be a little bit more affectionate in the bedroom, make more time for night outs, especially if you have kids, maybe plan a babysitter one night. If you're newly dating, this person's wanting to bring you flowers, or vice versa for the fellas. 2 of Pentacles, wanting to work together as a team. Clarify that Chariot. Please clarify that Chariot. What's potentially blocking Leo this week? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, when it's in the blockage position, talks about an inability to see something in a different perspective, having a one-track mind. This way or no way. They either like me or they don't. There's no flexibility whatsoever when it doesn't work that way. You know? And the Hanged Man to the Chariot feels like something is preventing this chariot from moving forward, keeping it up in suspension. Picture a vehicle at the auto body shop up in the air on those stilts as if it's getting ready to have a tune-up. The Hanged Man is all about being up in suspension, looking at a vehicle from a different angle underneath. 4 of Pentacles. I'm definitely getting someone here taking a trip. Someone wants to go on a trip with you, Leo, or you want to take a trip. You guys are working too hard. You're ready to take a little vacay. All right, I keep on seeing it. Who else did I say that for? Was it Pisces? You might be taking a trip with a Pisces. I mean, look at that. It's all pointing to it. So maybe you and your person are like, where are we going for this summer? What trip do we want? We went your place last time. Let's pick where I want this time. Something like that. Clarify that Page of Cups as this person's behavior with Leo this week. The Hierophant, yeah, some of you guys are already married. And there could be a child involved here. But for others, with their behavior towards you being the Page of Cups at Hierophant, this is their way of wanting to be sweet and affectionate with you in order to show how committed they are. And also talks about learning something. 8 of Pentacles on the bottom. 3 of Cups. So you guys may work together, or you guys work really well together if you guys can put your heads together and your hearts. Clarify that 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. The King of Cups. Congratulations. Crosswatcher, you did it. You showed up. Now that's a perfect match. The Queen of Wands and the King of Cups is a good match. Even though it's not the same suit, you know, that fire and water, that's temperance. Temperance talks about balance, being a good match, being a good compromise. As long as someone's showing up in their authentic self and being who they are and not trying to be something different, it works well together. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Scorpio or a Pisces. But look, Two of Pentacles is balance. Fire and water, temperance, balance. Yeah, if someone is very inauthentic, it's just going to sabotage. Nobody lie to each other. Nobody lie to each other. Nobody wearing masks. Be yourselves. If you can't be yourself, then it's not the right person anyway. So you might as well be yourself. And if it doesn't lead to anything, then you just saved yourself a whole lot of wasted time. You know? It's hard to explain that sometimes, but you know, if I have to act different around people that I want to make friends, then eventually that's going to, you know, cause drama anyway. If I have to be something I'm not to make people like me, then it's not my group. I'd rather hang out with a group of cats. Clarify the Empress for Leo's advice. Nine of Wands, don't give up. Five of Wands, Leo energy. Do not give up on what you really want for yourself, whether this is tying into your career, your personal goals, your relationship goals. You're near the finish line. The number 9 talks about wrapping things up, getting ready to close out old cycles to begin new ones. And you're already planting seeds for the next chapter while you're finishing up an old one. So let's see what's blocking you in your love life. Whether you are single, Leo, or in a relationship. And cross-watch, you can benefit from this too. What is blocking my viewer right now? What could be blocking my viewer in their love life right now? What could be blocking them? Getting hurt. All love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance. That I feel like is for the cross-watcher. That I feel like is for the cross-watcher. Now, if you haven't checked out your weekly reading or your May Love Monthly, Leo, it's in my May 2025 Tarot Love Reading playlist on my YouTube homepage. Stuck in the past. Let go of your ex completely so you can truly welcome new love into your life. Someone here is letting what happened in a past relationship really drive the wheel of a new relationship, and that's not going to get anyone anywhere. Unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. So, someone here is curious about asking someone out on a date, I feel. Maybe someone's intimidated by you, Leo, and is like thinking that you're going to say no. But someone can only know if they try. Anything else? No, I got to pull the hidden message. Reading went a little bit longer than expected, so I got to make sure I get my hidden message. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Please rock that like and subscribe button if you're girl, and if you'd like to book a private reading with me, Leo, the link to my website can be found in the description box below of every video that I do on YouTube, Baddison, intuitivetarot.com, and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live with the all signs, their feelings for you for the week ahead, and that's where I'm live and more interactive. I show my face, try to connect with you a bit more. I'll leave in the description box below this video the most recent all signs reading I did. Your portion was pretty good, so all you have to do is click on the all signs link and then go to the Leo timestamp. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, I have Taurus, strong Taurus, so you could have strong Taurus placements, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius. That's the main ones, but it really could be any zodiac sign. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. We were too different, that's why I'm with someone similar to you, or similar to me. Some of you, Leo, might have had someone that walked away only because they felt like you guys were too similar. Maybe that opposite was needed to create that balance. And that's why you may have someone opposite of you, but is a nice balance of you. I see on the face of strangers, you are always with me. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh that used to light up my world. You know what? I have time for one more. My memory card cuts off at the 30-minute mark. Unlovable. Practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. Yeah, look at that. You know, somewhere, someone out there is going to love you for every little weird quirk you've got. You know, whether you're an adult that still gets freaking stains on your shirt when you eat dinner, or I'm guilty of that, or you are someone that, you know, has some pent-up trauma from your childhood that you're still working on. Someone's going to love you unconditionally. Be yourself. Be yourself. All right, so I hope that helps. I will check back with you in a few days for your next weekly update. Love you, Leo. Namaste.